Welcome back. In this lesson, I want to take you behind the screen and we're going to cover how to find the right manufacturer for you. Now, this part of the product development process can either make or break your product's short-term and long-term success. It's not just about finding the lowest price or the fastest turnaround time. It's about aligning with a partner who understands your vision, shares your values, and has the expertise to bring your product to life. Now, in this lesson, I'm going to show you Alibaba, how to find the right manufacturers, and I'm also going to show you another website which I utilize as well called Import Yeti, and I'm also going to take you through my 10-5-3-1 framework in order to filter out the suppliers to find the right one for you. Now, let's start with Alibaba. It's probably the one which people are most familiar with. And this is essentially a place to find very high quality suppliers. But just as a word of caution, there's also some bad suppliers on here. And in order to use this in the right way, you have to filter them out. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So let's just say that we're going to look for blue light blocking glasses, right? We would hit that in the search bar and we have the option to search by products or by manufacturers. So if we go blue light blocking glasses and hit search. Now, when we search by products, you're going to see a lot of different options here, right? And quite often people are determined to find the lowest price, but this is why it can be quite harmful for you, right? You can see these glasses are 50 cents. These ones go up to $6. These ones are $3.50. These ones are $2. So the price ranges from 60 cents to $6, 10x the price, but they all look very, very similar. And if you go for the cheapest price, you might actually have quality problems. So the purpose of Alibaba is to find the right manufacturer. Once you found the right manufacturer, then you can negotiate your price down. So rather than searching by products, I'm going to search by manufacturers, right? And I'm going to type in the exact same thing. Blue light blocking glasses. So now we have blue light blocking glasses, but we're searching by manufacturers. Now, the first thing it's going to auto select for you, but you want to double check that it's select verified manufacturers. And why this is so important is it means that a third party has gone in and verified that the information that this factory has given is actually correct. And just to show you all the negative suppliers that this filters out. So as well as verified manufacturers, you want to select trade assurance, which means that your payment is protected. So if you ask for blue light blocking glasses with a clear lens, but you get them with a yellow lens, then your payment will be refunded because you selected trade assurance. Now, we have here verified manufacturers, we have trade assurance, and if we scroll down to the bottom of the page, we have 8 pages of suppliers here. You can see that 8 down at the bottom. Now, if I unselect trade assurance, and if I just select all suppliers, and now when I go to the bottom of the page, it's got 49 pages. So we've just filtered out 41 pages of bad suppliers, which are essentially not verified and don't offer trade assurance. So just those 2 clicks will give us much better suppliers just from starting out. Now, as we scroll down here as well, the management certification is very important. Now, this is the certifications that the factory has. I always like to select ISO and BSCI. ISO is a quality standard where you have 9001, 14001, and BSCI is your business social compliance initiative. Now, if we scroll down again, we're now down to 2 pages. So we've now got the factories which are verified, our payments are protected, and they have the top level certification on their factory. So we know we're in very good hands here, right? And then as we scroll down the list, I always pay attention to the first word in the company name, because the first word is the city or the province in which that factory is located. Now, in China and other parts of the world as well, there's one region which specializes in a particular product. So I want to find out what that region is. What's the region in China which specializes in glasses? So we can see here, Yiwu, Wenzhou, Yiwu, Guangzhou, Wenzhou, Xiamen, Wenzhou. So Wenzhou is the most frequent, so that's probably the area which specializes in glasses. Next, as you can see here, how many years that they've been on Alibaba? 16 years versus 8 years. So I found a factory which are verified, My payments are protected. They've got a top certification. They're in the area which specializes in that product, and they've been on Alibaba for more than 16 years. So this warrants me to dive deep into this factory and see if this is a good one for me to work with. Now that I've landed on their page, the key things I'm going to be looking for are, see these blue ticks, these are all the verified information. So I can click see all verified capabilities, and I can see they have the BSCI, ISO, CE certification, quality assurance, quality control inspectors, customization available, quality traceability. Great, seems like a good factory to work with. I can also click and see images of their production line where they have 25 images, and again you see that verified logo means that these pictures were taken by a third party, so we don't just have to take the factory's word for it. I can see inside the factory what machinery they have, what their production lines look like, whether they're clean and organized. If you don't understand what any of these things are, you can send the image to the factory and ask them to explain it. But this is a CNC machine for cutting the frames of the glasses. Now, as we go down again, it tells you who verified it. It's SGS Group, which are a very big quality control organization. We can see the factory's been established since 1998, so they've been exporting for 26 years. At the start, when we saw 16 years, that was 16 years on Alibaba, but 26 years exporting. And then we can see their certification. Now, this is very important, which markets they supply. And this is a big factor in me deciding which factory to work with. I can see 30% of their exports go to North America, 30% go to Western Europe. So they are very familiar with the standards required for the market I'm also trying to sell in as well. So this ticks a lot of boxes as a very, very good factory. Now, finally, as a last check, you want to visit their store. And I want to see that they really specialize in glasses. So if I hover the mouse over products, I can see blue light blocking glasses, custom glasses, optical frames, kids glasses, sunglasses. But if I saw a factory that said glasses, fidget spinner, iPhone cable, winter gloves, I know that they're just selling trendy products and they don't specialize in that product. So I've just got a lot of good information about this factory. Now, the other thing I would do is my 10-5-3-1 framework. Whereas we've just found a very good supplier in a few minutes by going through that framework, there's going to be several others. And if you see a factory that you like, you can just hit this love heart button, which adds them to your favorites. I would favorite 10. I would analyze their factory the way we just did, look at what markets they're supplying, look at the pictures inside the factory, look at how many years have been established, what certificates they have, and then narrow that 10 down to 5. And then from 5, you can order samples from 3. And then from the 3 samples that you receive, I would then order from 1. And that's your 10-5-3-1. And that's very simply how to use Alibaba to find the right manufacturers. Now, there's another website I like to use called Import Yeti. And what Import Yeti does is it scrapes all the import records of any shipment that goes into the USA. So if I want to find a supplier for the North Face, the outdoor brand, I can just type in the North Face, hit search, find the company here. I can see they've done almost 20,000 shipments. Click on them and I can see their address, but I can see the number of shipments that they do per month. Now, in order to find the North Face's, let's say, backpack supplier, I can go down here. I can see all their suppliers, what country they're in, what import duty codes they're using, how many shipments that they've done. I can see they have suppliers in Guatemala for apparel, suppliers in Bangladesh, in Cambodia for polyester garments. Now, you can go down and show more. And if I want to find their backpack supplier, I'll just go type in backpack in search. There's this one in Cambodia, and then another one here in Indonesia called Pangkuk. Now, Pangkuk have done 290 shipments for the North Face. If I click on the supplier's link, I can now see their profile. I have their name, their address. If I scroll down here, I can see what brands they manufacture for: Michael Kors, REI, North Face, Adidas, Eagle Creek. So all reputable brands. Now, I can Google their name just by hitting this. And now it says, welcome to Pangkuk. And I have their factory information here. So if I click on this, I can go direct to their website. Click on English, menu, so contact information, and here, outdoor bag sales. I have the name and the email address of the factory which manufactures for the North Face. So that's super, super important and easy information to access using Import Yeti. So using these tools, Alibaba and Import Yeti, we can get this framework of the 10531, get to the final supplier we want to work with. But when we're talking to the suppliers, when we ask for pricing, we also want to send our specification sheet of our product so we can compare like for like all the suppliers that we find to be able to give accurate quotations for our specification sheet. And if you want to take it a step further, you can also request a bill of materials, a BOM. And this document has got all the materials listed in your actual product. So you know that the suppliers are quoting like for like. If it's the backpack, well, they're quoting for polyester material or nylon material. Are they using YKK zips or local zips? Are they using Duraflex buckles or non-branded buckles? And you can see all of that. You get a real breakdown. Rather than just getting a price for $12, you have a price for all the different components that go into your product. Now, before we end the lesson, I just want to give you a resource to make the process a little bit easier. I put together a handy manufacturer selection checklist that outlines all the key criteria and steps we've covered in this lesson and included it below. From setting your sourcing criteria to vetting suppliers on Alibaba and Import Yeti to asking the right questions during outreach, this checklist will keep you on track and ensure you don't overlook any of the important stuff. Be sure to download it and refer back to it throughout your sourcing journey. All right, I'll see you guys in the next lesson.